Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to give you a few tips on mistakes that I see learner drivers making in driving lessons. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Paul and I've been a driving instructor for over 20 years. I've taught to over 1,000 people to drive, and let's get going with these things that I've noticed pretty much everybody. These are very common things that most people get wrong. So let's turn the car on, and the first one is about rushing the gear at the end of the road. So what I see a lot of people doing wrong is they're coming towards a junction like this one, and they'll go like this. They'll go, okay, mirror, signal, clutch, one. It's like, whoa, what are you doing? They get bang because they've been the clutch up too soon, and then they stop here, and then they start rolling backwards, and the whole thing goes wrong. So just wait for this car to go past, and I'll explain more. I'm going to stop and use a handbrake here because there's a couple of cars coming up, 3 cars coming up. And I've covered this before about they're coming in here. About normally that's not what you do. You don't normally stop at a junction like that. But let's concentrate on what I was saying about that thing about coming up to a junction. A lot of pupils and new drivers in general have this obsession, which I do find quite funny. It's an obsession with being in the correct gear, and a lot of people panic about, I've got to be in one now. And I know why that is, because if you don't know, as well as being a driving instructor, I'm also a professional hypnotherapist. So I help people online all over the world who have a fear of driving. And this thing about rushing the gear often comes from it's a sense of like being nervous about not being in control. And something I'm doing now, I'm going to cover in a moment, because that there that I just did is something a lot of people also go wrong. But people have a thing about being in the right gear before anything else. You must understand that the gear is the least important thing. Now, I'm not saying it's not important, and yes, you've got to do it, but it's the least important thing. So when you come towards the end of the road, you need to be using your MSPSL routine, which is mirrors, signal, position, speed, which is the gear, then the looking. But what a lot of people do is PM, I can't even think what it will be, instead of MSPSL, it's PSSL, whatever it is. It's this mess where they do the gear first. Sometimes you say to people this far back from a junction, at the end of the road, turn left, or first gear. It's like, stop rushing the gear. People have this obsession with rushing the gear. I'm going to show you now how you can leave it quite late. So I'll do my mirrors, middle and left. I can signal, no. I'm going to brake, clutch, leave the gear, wait, steer, then gear. Now you're naturally facing the best way. You still have to turn the wheel a bit, but you're facing in the correct position. It's something I started teaching years ago, and I think I made this phrase: steer, then gear. So get the steering done, then do the gear. And what people often say is, oh, but you're coasting. You have to coast to drive. Like, if you get someone who says, oh, you're coasting, okay, so tell me this, how do I change gear if I'm not allowed to coast? If I want to get fourth, how do I get fourth without coasting fourth? I'm coasting. Coasting is an essential part of driving, but you have to minimise it. And that brings us on to what people get wrong on this one. They go mirror signal, clutch down, braking, rolling, fast, go on the bend, fast, first gear, second, bang. Because that's that's a bad form of coasting. If I hold my clutch down now, the car will pick up speed because I'm going down the hill. This isn't necessarily bad because I can just complete the gear change, lift the clutch. Coasting should be minimised, must be minimised, but you can't avoid it completely. And when I train driving instructors, it's quite funny that you catch new instructors out with this. Instructors say you should never ever coast. Are you sure? Yes, because I'm playing the role of a pupil. the instructor and I'm pretending I'm a pupil. And I'll say, okay, so you're telling me I can't coast? Yeah, ever? Yeah, you can't coast. Okay, so how do I change gear? Well, you press the clutch down. No, but you just told me I can't coast. Yeah, well, you can't, so I can coast. You can really mess instructors up by doing that, and that's how you help train instructors. Let me demonstrate this one again. There's no rush for the gear. I'm not out of control. I'll do my mirrors. I'll signal in a moment, just so it doesn't look like I'm going to pull up. I'll do my clutch now. Clutch, brake. Ah, I'm out of control. Ah, I'm going to crash. Ah. No, I'm not. Steer. Wait. Gear. Creep. Go. So calm. Not panicked, not rushed. Quick, gear. It comes from people fearing being out of control. It's a psychological thing, and this is the big advantage of learning with me, big plug I suppose for me, is that I understand these things when other instructors don't, because I'm not just an amateur psychologist. I've trained professionally with some of the best in the world, and I even hypnotise people to help them overcome fears. So let's look at what people do wrong here. Well, I showed you what they do wrong last time. They just go too fast, fly around the corner. So this time, in the same way as we did back there, just leave the clutch as long as you can. Mirror. I'll signal when I pass this road. Just brake. Leave the clutch. Brake. Clutch. Gear. Off the pedals. Round you go. Easy. And people say, oh, isn't that slow? I'm doing it slow so you can see what I'm doing. I'll do it next time at full speed, so it's not slow, it's not about crawling. But people have this obsession with coasting. I've actually written a page, I'm sure I've got a page on my website I have about coasting. I've done hundreds of driving tests. I've actually been on hundreds, sitting in the back watching them, because some instructors don't like that. Why? Well, because they don't like being in the car when the examiner is telling the pupil how bad their instructor is. But I'm always proud to go with my pupils, and I'll go with anyone that wants me to. I even encourage it. I'll say, yeah, I will go with you every time if you want me to, as long as it won't put you off. And I do that, and that's given me a lot of knowledge about the test. And I've been on, I don't know, I've done over 1,000, I've taught 1,000 people. I've done how many tests, because not everyone gets to test, and some people give up or they change their move, whatever. I don't know, I've done 400, 500, 600 driving tests, and I've probably been on 200, 300, 400, I don't know. Same again, mirrors, signal, brake, clutch early, wait, stop rushing it, wait, take your time, enjoy it. Second, oh no, I need one, fine. And go. And there you go. You don't have to rush it. So the point I was saying about going on tests is I understand what examiners want. And some people have this obsession and worry that they're going to be staring at the clutch pedal and they're going to be wanting them to, yeah, if the clutch is down more than 1 second or you're coasting, you're going to fail. I don't think I've ever heard an examiner say the word coasting or mention anything about the clutch in all the time I've done it. And a great example, I've now got an aggressive truck driver way too close behind me, far too close to be safe, behind a learner driver. Yeah, well done truck driver, that's sensible, isn't it? So mirrors, wait, let's drop back a bit, signal, brake. I don't care, I've got pressure behind, I'm just going to wait. Do my clutch late, second, pedals off, and the lorry goes swerving around, it's a skip driver. You're not supposed to stereotype drivers, but in my experience, those people who drive skips, yeah, it's not good. That truck was way too close behind me. How far back from someone should you be, minimum? When you're driving behind someone, how far back do you need to be? It's quite funny how many pupils, when you ask them that, you won't believe how many times I've had people say 2 car lengths. It's not 2 car lengths. I even had somebody once who was hilarious, and I do this on my instructor training. I said, how far, what's the minimum distance you need to be behind a car? 2 millimetres. That lorry driver thought it was 2 millimetres. It wasn't. It's 2 seconds. So when that van passes a lamppost on the left, the back of the van, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm 7, 8 seconds behind that van. There's no way if they slam the brakes on, they'll hit them. If you drive too close to that truck was behind, it always baffles me why people do that. If you're driving behind a learner, I mean, they don't know I'm not a learner because I'm in a learner car with L plates on. And yes, that's allowed because it's a driving school car, so I'm allowed to drive with L plates on. And I'm a driving instructor, which doesn't mean anything legally, but sometimes people ask, are you allowed to drive with L plates on? You should remove them if it's not a driving school car. And I have a comment on one of my videos years ago, people saying, oh, it's only should, you don't have to, it doesn't say must, it's only should. And someone said, if you believe that, I got pulled over, or their wife I think got pulled over by a police officer and saying you've got to get those L plates off. But people don't know I'm an instructor driving. They think it's a learner. Why would you get so close to the back of someone like that? It's stupid. They're not thinking what if. So don't rush the gears, out and into junctions. Same again, mirrors, signal, brake, 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 brake. No rush, leave the clutch, wait. Choose it, use it. That's another of my sayings which I pioneered. Choose it, use it. What people do wrong is they choose a gear, like third, but they don't use it. The clutch is down, and down, and down, and it's going faster and faster. Get the clutch up and use it like I'm hoping the car is going to use the windscreen wipers soon, because they're on auto mode. There you go, well done. Car's listening to me. Choose it and use it. That doesn't so much apply when you come out of a junction or when you're pulling over. If I pull over here, for example, let's see if it's safe to pull over. I'll do a different road, I'll go to a different place. So, middle mirror, right signal. Don't rush the gears, wait. Brake, 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 brake. Clutch, choose it, use it, go. So you choose the gear and use it. Don't do this, choose it, but don't use it. See my foot's down, roll, then roll. And people say, I'm out of control. Not really, I mean, it's rolling. Am I out of control? Is this dangerous? Not really. Did I kill anyone? Did I crash? Yes, it's not ideal, but you're not completely out of control. Now, brake, clutch, wait. Now I can see, so I can choose one a bit earlier and go, because I could see really well, it's an open junction. If I pull over further on, I'll wait till I've got a little bit of speed. As you can see, this is a popular area with learner drivers. There's another one hidden by the bus. This is learner land. I remember years ago picking up a pupil, they said, oh, we're going to learner land. I remember that. Anyway, I'm going to pull over further on because that bus is pulled over there. He's not signaling to move out, so we'll go around. When you pull over, don't rush it. Mirrors, I'll see enough for the bus. I can do brake, I can do my clutch. Oh, I'm coasting, doesn't matter. Roll, don't rush the gear, you don't need the gear. Why would you need the gear? Just wait, calm, stop, don't rush it. People panic, oh, go, just wait. Handbrake, neutral. Take the signal off. It's just all calm. Stop rushing everything. Pupils have this thing about rush. They rush things, and I know why, because they're inexperienced. Yes, I do get it. It's easy for me sitting here with 25 plus years of driving. I don't know how many years I've been driving, and all the knowledge I've got, and I've done, I don't know, 250,000 miles or more, probably over 500,000 miles actually. It's easy to say, oh, just be calm, but you have to be calm. You have to just calm things down when you learn. It doesn't help to get all het up. And people are like this. This is what some learners do. So, okay, I'm going to move off. I say, right, there's a clutch, right, gear, right. And I'm not taking a mickey, I'm not being awkward there, be funny with you. That's what people do. Obviously, they need experience to calm down. But when you experience, just take your time, just check. And then no signal, no one going to see that. And just go. It's just calm. Second, calm. Accelerate. The door's opening. It's fine. The van door. Get to third. Fine. Just roll. The end of the road. Same again. Stop pushing the gears. I'm sure I made a video on this not about 2-3 years ago. Yeah, I did. Gonna go into the road right, so you don't rush it, don't be panicking. Mirror, mirror, signal, bit of brake, closed view, can't see. Clutch, gonna be 1, but I don't need it yet. Wait till the opportune moment. Can see, gear, go. So when you're coming out of a junction, don't rush it. This is why it does get a bit confusing. I've had people pull me up on this and say, hold on, you're saying choose it and use it, then you're saying don't rush it. You choose it and use it when you're entering a road, if possible. A good example of that coming up in a moment. I'm going to enter a road on the right where I can't necessarily choose it and use it because the view is always quite bad if there's a car there, as it normally is. So I can't just go to second and get my pedals up because I can't see into the road that well. So I do 1, wait, it's going to see, is it safe? Yes. You have to understand that driving is a dynamic skill. You don't just do this for that and that for that. You have to change what you're doing and adapt to your situation. That's what good drivers do. So generally, most of the time, if you're coming out of a junction, you can leave the gear because if you're coming out, you can't see. But if you can see, you might even choose second and combine second if it's an open junction. There aren't many of those around here, but I'll show you one in a bit. I'm not planning this, I never plan things, but it works out really well. This one of you is bad, so don't rush it. Wait, I can't choose second and go, and it's too fast for first. So I'll steer, then gear, and then go. So when you're coming out of a junction, when you're emerging, you generally wait. When you get into a junction, if I was turning into a side road, you would generally do the opposite. You generally, I'm not rushing, just wait, stop, down to 1, check around, brake off to tell the lorry driver behind, van driver, I'm going to go. The ASDA van driver, I always call it ASDA instead of ASDA, I don't know why. Anyway, so if you're coming out of a junction, wait, because you can't see. Wait, steer, gear. If you can see, if it's a wide open view, yeah, you can come out second, nothing wrong with that if you can see, because you can see, so you can come out quicker. Sometimes though, you may enter a road, and normally if you enter a road, you would want to choose it and use it. So in this case, I won't turn here, but no one's around going to care. I'll do brake, choose it, use it, then you'll turn if you were turning. But as I showed you on the other one, sometimes you can't do that because the view was too restricted into the road. So there isn't just one way of doing it, you have to be able to adapt. And what I've always promoted is teaching people how the car works. Not just press this, press that, do this, do that. How many pupils have I come to me have said, the way you teach is incredible, because my last instructor just never told me any of this. He just said, press that, press this. And I never knew what I was doing. I was just moving my feet and my hands. But with you, it makes sense. And I'm not promoting myself here. This is what pupils have said. Many pupils have said to me, the way you taught me is just incredible. It all makes so much sense. So at the end of this road, I'm going to turn right and I'm going to attempt to go in second because I've been here a few thousand times before. And even if I hadn't, I can tell the view's open. So mirrors, signal, brake, choose 2, use 2, get the clutch up. I can see it's dead clear. No pedals, no feet on the pedals, no pedals on the feet. No feet on the pedals, off I go. I could come out second because I could see. And that's the final thing I like to tell you about. This does not work in all cars, but most. You don't have to have your feet on the pedals for it to work. And this is something people say, wow, no one's ever taught me that. Come down to second, choose it, use it. I'll say to people, what do you think is going to happen if you don't press the pedals? So it's going to stall. Let's see if my car stalls. I'm not pressing the pedals. Is it going to stall? It just carries on. People say, wow, I never knew that. I'm not on the pedals. Is it because I've got a special car? No, it's just the way cars are made. Not every car, if your car's not in good condition, it may not do that. It depends on the fuel type, the weight of the vehicle, the gear ratios, a lot of things. But people often don't know that. You don't have to have the pedals up. So say there was a roundabout where this junction is, I could come to second, choose it, use it, no pedals. Oh, it's going to stall, it's going to stall. No, it's not. It allows you to roll it to the roundabout. and look and go. You see how calm and easy it is. And I remember doing a video years ago on roundabouts, and someone left a comment saying something about, you can't be doing that. You'll teach people to do that coasting, because coasting's not when the clutch is up. Cruising is when the clutch is up. I can't cruise now, because if I came to first now and have my clutch up, it's not too fast, but it's too fast for its junction. So it's a slow speed, but it's too fast for that situation. So the point of all this is really, this whole video is about stop rushing things. Many learner drivers rush, and it's not helped when you get an instructor, and many instructors are great, but there are instructors who are, quicker, this, right, 10 minutes, signal, you haven't signaled, what are you doing? I told you to press the brake, brake. And the instructor's got more anxiety than the people. And I know, because I've trained a lot of instructors, I've been in the car with them, and I watch them, and I say, look, just chill out. Mirrors, signal, wait, brake, choose it, use it, feet off, it's not going to stall, roll. Yes, it's slow, and yes, you would normally just accelerate and get in quicker, but this is for people who are new, and they just have to get the feel for the car. When you're an experienced driver, what you have to understand is this all happens subconsciously. That's what I understand. A lot of instructors don't, because I'm an hypnotist. I push things into people's subconscious in a way instructors don't know how to. So when you learn with me, one reason people say, oh, it seems so easy with you. Why do you think that is? Because I'm not going to tell you, see if you can guess in the comments. Why do I make it so easy when some instructors don't? I wonder how being a hypnotist could help with that. Anyway, so I've not got much else to say, which is unusual for me, because I do like to talk a bit, as you know. But it's been a long time since I made one of these videos, and I just felt like coming out and making one, to be fair. I keep checking out cameras still recording, because it's been overheating recently. These are my new cameras, same old pedal cam. I think that was the first pedal cam on YouTube. I think I was the first instructor on YouTube. My channel began, was it May 2008? And I remember pedal cam being a sensation. I remember announcing pedal cam and being the first person to use a pedal cam, and people saying, how have you got a pedal on the, I've got it the wrong way around again, how have you got a camera on the pedals? No, how have you got a pedal on the camera? That's also, by the way, that's overload, because that's what I was saying about, if you have too much going on in your mind, it's conscious overload, which is why I get my words mixed up. But I'm driving subconsciously, so even though I might be messing my words up, I'm driving subconsciously. So I'm going to go and pull up at the end of this road. I'll pull up here if I can. It's changed a bit since I last came here. I'll pull up at the end. Again, no rush. Look what I do with my feet. Clutch, oh, I'm coasting. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just chill out about coasting. Roll, brake. Don't rush the handbrake. Stop going for the handbrake before the car stopped. Stop. Wait, 2 seconds. Handbrake. Neutral, and breathe. Check out these other videos of mine on the screen now for more help with your driving. Check out my website firstdrive.com for even more help. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.